Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Unoriginal Screenplay. Yes, we are still alive. We are still going. I don't know how we're here, but we are. I think it's been a difficult couple of weeks for all of us with the strikes, and we've all been a bit unsure what we can and can't say and do.
Definitely.
Mm.
But we've
Yeah,
just
I
missed.
haven't posted a TikTok in over a month.
That's
A
crazy.
month
Yes, over a month. I'm gonna come back though tomorrow. Trust me.
tomorrow.
It'll probably the post would have, this probably would have already been out by then. But I will be posting soon because I finally watched a movie. But
He's watched
we'll
a
get into that in a
movie.
bit.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think we all just missed doing this and just talking. So we're back.
Yeah.
Will it be waffle? Yes, but will it be good waffle? Absolutely. So you guys will enjoy it, hopefully. No
You're about
Q&A
to
this
listen to
week,
the
though.
best episode of this podcast. I can tell
Yeah,
you now.
yeah.
It's gonna be great.
If you thought the movie Dweeb was good, well, you got us three today. I missed that guy. I missed that episode. But yeah, how have we all been, guys? Harvey, how have you been?
I've been really good actually, surprisingly. I've been slow on TikTok as well. I've not been posting nearly as much as I thought I would. Um, but yeah, I just think I've what the hell's going on? Connor digging into his lunch. Yeah, I've been taking it slow, taking it easy, having a bit of a break. But yeah, I'm ready to be back. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited.
Nice. Done anything fun the last few weeks?
Um, I've done a lot of DIY stuff actually.
There we go.
I factory reset a laptop recently. That's the highlight of my week actually. You know what? That's it. Yeah,
Fair
done
play.
that, and I've just been doing DIY stuff like housework stuff like that. Very
Yeah.
boring, but it has to be done.
Joys.
Hey, it keeps you busy.
Joys of
Connor,
life.
how about you?
There you go.
Deep depression.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Like there's nothing else to say. I've been basically doing work and then just living life, doing pretty much chill, watching shows, watching basically no movies, which is really bad of me. But I'm getting back into it, watching more movies. I've kind of enjoyed having a bit of a break, but
Mm.
I'm ready to go back into doing TikTok again. So I'll be returning.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
The return of Cosmo Films. It's a great day for everybody. Have you done anything fun, Connor, the last few weeks?
I went to Bath and Thorpe Park, and that was
Oh,
about it.
No, I love Thorpe Park. We should do a group trip to
Yeah.
Thorpe Park.
We need to.
That'd be great.
Or
That
just
would be
anything.
Yeah. Oh, if like
Mhm.
anyone wants to fly us out to Paris or something to do Disneyland, I'm down for that as well.
Yeah.
Any of those. But for
How have
me,
you been, Josiah?
yeah, I've been okay.
Yes.
I'm still posting. Not like every day as I once was, but I'm still posting as frequent as possible. I went to France for like 2 weeks, so that was fun. I sort of
That
just
looks
slowed
very
down
good.
posting then, but it was very nice out there. I went to Cannes, so like Cannes is like the movie city. They really embrace everything is
That is a
good
dream to
movies.
go there.
Oh, it's
It's
so
a shame you
cool.
didn't go when the actual like festival was on or whatever.
I'm
But
saying I
Mhm.
really want to go now for the festival
hmm.
because like the big red carpet steps, there were queues all day, every day whilst I was there for it. So I couldn't imagine during the festival how
Wow.
busy it would be. Like it's a really big spot. But yeah, it was really fun there. And then I went to Nice as well as like my other half of the trip, which is a nice little place as well. That's all the fun
Nice.
stuff I've done. I'm still watching lots of movies. I can't take it out of my brain still. It's part of me now. I still go to the cinema all the time. I don't know. I just do a bunch of
Yeah.
random stuff.
Oh,
Um,
that's a point. I haven't been to the cinema in weeks.
really, I've gone like 10
That's
times in August.
awful. 10
I
times.
think I've gone 10
Already,
times.
What have you
Jesus.
seen?
Okay, let me find
That's
out what I've seen
crazy.
in August.
That is
Um,
crazy.
I went last night. That was the most recent time I went was
I
last
did
night.
see
Really?
that.
Yeah. Talk to me.
Oh, nice.
Peak.
What a film. What a film. We
Yeah.
can discuss a
I
bit
had
about
to
that.
watch
We
it.
can
Yeah,
talk
we
about
can
Talk to
actually.
Me because we didn't do
Uh,
that.
how many times? Okay, so I went to rewatch Barbie.
Yeah.
Because I was in France and my plane got delayed, so I managed to convince the family to watch Barbie in a French cinema, which was fun. It was in English
Was it
though.
in French?
No, it was in English with French
Oh,
subtitles. Mutant
Better if it was in French.
Mayhem. Yeah, Mutant Mayhem, Meg 2, Talk to Me, Gran Turismo, Scrapper, which I watched, The Blackening, and then a Mutant Mayhem rewatch yesterday. It's not
damn. You've
quite
been
10,
busy.
8. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been busy and I've enjoyed it. But that's sort of my last few
Hmm.
weeks. Lots of cinema trips, holiday. Still doing TikToks.
Very busy weeks.
Yeah. I'm not working.
Your
loads.
TikToks have gotten me through some dark times. Honestly, they've been great.
I'm trying.
You've been carrying the 52-week film challenge for the last 3 months. Let's be honest. No one does that apart from you now.
I can't believe I'm still doing it.
And just your TikToks has just been great. So yeah, I've enjoyed them. There you go. Positivity.
I'm waiting for the day someone else posts the 52-week film challenge, because I hate that I was the last one, because now I get messages and people expect it from me, and I don't want to let the people down, because people actually do it. So I got to keep going. Like last week, I had to watch a film from that one of Razzie. So like one of the worst films ever, and I watched movie 43.
You watched movie, movie.
I think it's the worst movie I've ever seen. So yeah, please post them. Anyone, Dean, post them about it, please. Yeah,
for you, one? I'll do only week 52.
That's watching a film we've watched previously in the challenge, so you've got none to watch. You've not even done it.
I'll watch Mars Needs Mums. I'll rewatch Mars Needs Mums.
Man, that's so long ago. Oh dear, that was before this ever existed. But yeah, that's our weeks, guys. Well done, all of us, for making it through. And we're back now. And I was thinking to start off, we'll start with a fun, lighthearted new thing that has come out of nowhere. And I want to shout them out because they're quite fun. Yeah. It's UK MovieTok News, or whatever the account is. Whoever runs
the account.
Whoever runs it, I love you already, because I'm enjoying it. It's only been about 2 days.
See, I thought this account has popped up over the last couple of days. Yeah, I thought it had to be someone we know. Like it has to be someone. I don't know who, but it has to be, or at least we've heard the name of before, because it doesn't make sense for them to know this much about
random
what
fan.
we do.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I have no idea who it could be, but they're very entertaining.
I'm waiting for the face reveal.
Yeah, one day.
Yes,
but they're doing well. I think the people in the scene that I know are enjoying it, so they can keep going. But I already have beef with them about a certain post that came out earlier today. Okay, for those watching, who are the UK MovieTok's big three? Okay, we got Joe, Bella, and Alice. Cool. Joe's made it again with Joe, Andrew, Henry. Respectful. Then we have Connor, Harvey, and Kai. Now, there's
the real MVPs of the podcast.
There's a certain member missing there, and I understand, pick three, but I see where your priorities are at. You thought you could make up for it for best rising TikTokers. I appreciate that, but I'd rather be part of the big three. So I'm refusing to like that post, and I'm beefing with them. It's a shame, but they are funny.
No, they're very funny.
One thing they're doing
overall,
well,
though, yeah, there's quite a few posts that popped up like 2 days ago, and now there's over about 10-ish posts already. So
yeah,
it's crazy that it's gaining a lot of traction as well. It's getting a fair few followers. So I'm excited to see where it goes. Lots of news being covered there about our lives. I don't know who's interested in all of this, but
it is really random stuff though. Like Joe and Henry practically just went outside. That's one of the things. There's just such random stuff, but it's great.
Yeah, I think that dancing video was from my birthday as well. So I
think I remember that being filmed.
So. Yeah,
because I think where they got that was
Brad filmed it.
Brad, a Stern Opinion, posted that on his Twitter, and I think that's where it's been scooped up from, which is quite interesting.
But one thing they are promoting and helping us with is the UK versus USA football match. Now, this has been, it's like my baby. I feel like I'm the father of this, but I want to make it clear. Everyone seems to think this is Alex Coleman and Andrew Visual's idea. No, I've been talking about this for a long time now. I've been tweeting about it for a while, and it got big once Andrew tweeted that me and him played. We did play a football match. We were on different teams, but there was an understanding. And from then, it's spurred on something beautiful and something that needs to happen. UK versus USA football match. I expect you two will be playing.
I don't know why I've been. They've put an expected lineup. I don't know why out of everyone in Film Talk, I'm on there, the person who knows the least about football in general, and they think I would be good enough to go on here. But the thing that's made me most confused is how the hell have they got my last name for this?
Oh, yeah.
Where have they found that?
I read that and I was like, I don't think he's ever put that necessarily public.
Not think of that. Initially public. I might have accidentally put my name on something, but to randomly find that and just genuinely know it's so random. I don't care that people know my last name. It's just so weird to see that.
That is pretty funny.
It caught me off guard a little bit.
Yeah. But I expect us to absolutely destroy them. And I watched Real Talk last week because they dedicated a segment to it. And, they mentioned they would all body me. Well,
I saw that clip on Instagram or something yesterday.
They won't even be able to get close to me. If they come running at me to tackle me, the ball's going through their legs and I'm through. They're not going to get close to me, and it's going to be beautiful to watch. I've decided my positioning. I'm usually a defender. Wherever Alex Coleman is, I'm right there. He is getting no joy in that game. I'm going to make it a living nightmare for him. He's going to struggle so much. Everyone thinks he's the star man. He's the best player there. Well, he's not seen Josiah Coops play football. He's not ready. I'm wearing the Japan kit today. I'm reffing football right now. Yeah, Liverpool just signed a Japanese player. But I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did, didn't they?
Yeah. Big up Endo. He's my new favorite player now. It says Minamino on the back though. I really want this. I don't know how it's going to happen or where or what, but within the next 10 years, it will happen.
In the middle.
Yeah,
10 years. No, this is happening in the next year. I can see it. This is. It's not happening in the next 10.
Yeah, me and Tyler are in talks of getting it working in Saudi Arabia, so we'll try sort that out. A neutral ground. Football's big there right now, but I'm in. Yep. I want to know what people think. Like, who do you think would be good for us?
I'll happily go in goal. I can throw myself around.
Where would you place? Where would you position if you were manager, Josiah?
Yeah.
Where would you position me, Connor, and Kai if you had the chance?
Now, I would probably put Connor at centre back. I don't think I'd put him in goals. Sure. I'd want someone in goals who maybe knows a little bit about goalkeeping. So in defence, I would just instruct Connor. The man has the ball. Ignore the ball. Break his ankles. That's what I tell him. That's all we need. Cam Walsh will be up front.
Get sent off the pitch.
Cam Walsh up front. You just like hack at his knees.
That's what I need. Harvey, I'm between two for you. I would either want you up front, target man. Yeah.
Right.
Or I'd want you. You're quite quick, right? I feel like you're quite quick.
Yeah.
I would want you at like a fullback then, track back but bomb up. I don't know. One of those two. Kai, he'd do a shift on the bench, to be fair. Water bottle, he can give them out to people. No, Kai's a baller. He can dictate play.
I could see Kai I could see him as a solid CDM.
Yeah, I was going to say he could dictate play in the middle. I don't mind it. As I said, I'm usually a defender, but I feel like in that sort of game, I'd have to push up a little bit, put me in centre mid. But when I played with Andrew, Joe, and Henry, and a couple other guys, some Seamus and some people in the movie scene. And me and Andrew were on different teams. I played centre back. My team did lose 6-5, but I scored 4 goals and got 1 assist from centre back. So
from centre back, wow.
It was a little bit of a carry. My team struggled, but I had Joe and Henry on my team, and they are underrated, and they will do bits in the game. Henry did score our other goal, and Joe he's got a nice acceleration of pace he can turn. So all I gotta say is USA, be scared. Be scared. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't show up. They're trying to change sports. It's funny the poll this has had as well. I've seen
they keep talking about basketball, don't they?
Yeah, they're scared. They're scared to lose.
They're scared of football, and then they want to play basketball instead. We'd smoke them anyway.
Yeah,
I'm like 6'10", 11. So like, I just like put it in.
Yeah, people think we're British. We can't play basketball. I can play basketball. Don't worry. We can do that after football.
Exactly.
But this is the first time Soup's ever interacted with anything I've done before. Like getting notifications like he's talking about UK versus USA football and stuff. He has no clue who I am, but because I'm on the thread, I get notifications about it.
We all know where Soups would go.
Goalie. Big hands. But that's the issue. They all want to be goalkeepers.
I forgot about that. Oh no.
Single hand grip around the entire ball.
Yeah, they all want to be goalies. Like George movies and stuff, he wants to go in goals. Come on now. He's like 5'4". We just chip him from the halfway line. Evan Solos, he'd probably be a decent keeper, to be fair. They all want to be keepers. Tyler, I see Tyler as a beast at centre back. He'd be good. But yeah. People watch the game. We'll try.
It would be so funny though, because we'd have Seth on our team and we wouldn't be with the Real Talk boys. Like
Seth will put a shift in for us. Don't worry, he'll put a shift in. But I would love to make it happen, and I'll do anything I can. I will try book out a football ground or something, a National League team. and
Yeah,
we'll
you can imagine getting a whole
Seriously,
stadium.
it could happen though. Like
climb over.
Like a Sidemen charity
I could
match.
see this
Yeah.
happening, and if we're all deadly serious about this, I could see it happening in the next like year.
I think we could probably do a UK versus UK one. There's a
Mhm.
Test the waters with it, see how it goes.
because it'll be quite
Yeah,
tough to
see
get
if
like
people
20
care.
Americans to fly out, you know. But
Mm.
we could get enough British guys. Yeah, that's football. That's UK Movie Talk News. Go follow them. They're doing
They are an
great
elite
stuff.
account.
Yeah, you might just
Mhm.
you'll see more of us. You'll see more of other guys. I enjoy them. They might even post like Connor eats a whole pizza without cutting it. He's just
That will be
destroyed
one
that
of the
pizza.
posts. I expect this. I expect whoever runs the account to be listening to this podcast right now. Make a post saying that Connor ate an entire pizza during the podcast.
It will
Yeah,
be
there
finished before we done.
Now that's news.
That is news indeed.
I'm getting it all over
Speaking,
my fingers though, and it's not very attractive.
you just broke the best
Sorry,
transition ever,
continue,
Connor.
Josiah.
Speaking of news, Movie Talk is
Sorry.
going global. We're in the New York Times. I say we're not, but
yeah.
like
royal the royal
yeah,
we.
yeah. Movie Talk got into the New York Times. Shout out to the guys that got in there, especially Seth, which was like really cool, repping the UK there. But it's caused a lot of controversy and a lot of conversation on both Twitter and TikTok. There seems to be a big hate now for movie talkers out of nowhere. Well, I say out of nowhere. There seems to be like a rivalry between critics and movie talk. It's an interesting one.
Understandably so.
Yeah.
We're all cretins.
Yeah, we are, to be fair. I won't name names, but like certain people in that article, dare I say, bashed critics. And with that, it's caused a backlog, and all the movie talk to be categorized into this one group of we're better than critics. You know, we know more, but like that's not the case at all. Before I posted on TikTok, and before I even like really liked movies, I would still go to one or two certain critics I liked and would read about what they thought on films, and I still do. But yeah, I'm interested on your thoughts on New York Times picking up movie talk.
Well, I myself would never class myself as like a critic in a way. Like I would never be like, oh yeah, I'm like a film critic by making posts on it, because it's not. I would never. I don't see myself like that. But I also don't think. I think people might now take the opinion of us film TikTokers more than some critics in a way, because it's more of a personal connection rather than like going on seeing IGN as this big company and stuff like that. We're like an individual person, so we're like the general viewer that will go to the cinema, and that's what people connect to, and that's what they see. That doesn't mean our opinion's better. It's probably not better than the big companies, but it also doesn't mean our opinion's any worse. I wouldn't say, just because we are like an individual party. We're just different, and I think it's more scaring critics into like losing their job rather than losing like us being less valued, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I just talk about film. That's my job title.
Yeah, that's it. Harvey, got anything?
Yeah, I think you're all on the right lines. Like we're just moviegoers. We just enjoy watching these things, and we just want to share our views and opinions on it, just as we would normally do in an everyday conversation with someone else. And we just do it online because we have online friends, and we talk to people just generally like that, and they all see our videos as well. So like, it's just, I feel like, yeah, it's just a bit more personable because it's sort of, I don't know how to explain it. It's more like we are, it's not like a big studio being like all professional about it. It's more but like the people can relate to it more that watch the video. Everyone's just scrolling on social media all the time, and they see our videos, and it's really just like how it all comes together. It's pretty weird. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
I think for me, I don't post videos, and I don't want people to take my word for gospel and be like, you know what, he thinks the movie's good, it must be good. He thinks it's bad, it must be bad.
Exactly, yeah.
We all have subjective thoughts on films. There's films I like that you guys won't. There's films you like that I won't, and that's the good thing about it. And I just sort of post for fun. I never think I'll be a critic. Definitely do not class myself anywhere close to a good critic or a film review or anything. I just sort of post because I like it and I like movies. Yeah. And like me myself, I've not seen loads and loads of films to be able to tell you what the greatest film of all time is and stuff. It's just, I like Paul Blart Mall Cop. Let me like Paul Blart Mall Cop in peace, please. But yeah, again, it's also like we've just been able to build a community and meet people. Like, I think we're all here because we talked about movies online. Like, I've made some of my best friends through talking about films online, which is weird to say, but like it's true, and I'm so glad I did it. But I'm not the guy who's going to be writing pages and pages of work and posting 20-minute YouTube videos on films. I think the great thing about TikTok is when we have time, we can just record for 3 minutes and post a review.
Exactly.
I still think there's a lot to learn from critics, and I think it's important that people do go and like read critics' works, because there's a lot of good stuff there, and you can find so many different thoughts on certain films, and just learn more yourself on maybe how to write and make videos if that's what you want to do. But yeah, I love MovieTok still, and New York Times, if you want to just do a feature just on me, I'm around. I'm happy to just do what you want. If you want to pay me to bash critics, I'll take the money. I don't care. No, I'm joking. That's the thing a lot of people were saying, because they didn't include certain quotes. Like I say, they didn't include quotes from Seth or Cinema Joe, because it sort of didn't align with what the article wanted to say.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So
do you know what them quotes were? Because that's really interesting.
I can tell you in the break.
Okay, not public. Okay,
no,
sorry.
No, yeah. But well, people can go read the article. It's on New York Times, but I don't want to like name the people who said things, and
No.
And misquote stuff or whatever.
Yeah, but I know people who didn't were Seth and Cinema Joe, and the article liked to portray the picture that movie talkers were almost thinking they were better than critics, and that critics are against them. But what Seth and Cinema Joe said didn't really align with what the article wanted to say. They sort of, I'm going to assume we're saying like critics are still very important, and like they're no bigger than them. So they didn't put any of their quotes in the article at all, just their profile. So it's just interesting the way the media can edit things and portray people to make sure it aligns with them. But I don't know. MovieTok on top, yeah.
Yeah. We're the champions. Critics look up to us.
Exactly. The amount of critics in my comments every day, like, wow, you've just changed my life with that review of Skinamarink. Like, I know. That's what I do. Okay, now a movie podcast is going to talk about movies. Hey.
No way.
Finally.
What? And we've
first time in a month.
Yeah, first time. We've missed a lot of big ones. We won't go back to, a lot of the ones we missed, but some more recent ones, I guess. The first one, I know we all watch, so it's easy to talk about. Talk to Me. Me and Harvey watched a horror movie. So
I know. Believe it or not.
It's so good though.
Yeah.
It was very good.
I think for me, the only reason I watched it, there was no other chance I was going to watch it if the Raka Raka name wasn't attached to it. Because growing up, like 9 years ago when they first started, I was watching Raka Raka at like 10 p.m. thinking I was really cool, staying up late in my bed, hiding. I loved Raka Raka.
Watching the Ronald McDonald video.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, anything they did with the Sidemen, it was like I really loved them. And you can see just in their YouTube videos, like the production value and the special effects, and even the direction in their like 4-minute videos, that they could make movies. And I never really thought it'd be a horror. I'd always thought if they were going to make a film, it'd be a comedy. But it works, and it's really good. Horror expert Connor, I mean, what do you think?
You got to kick it off.
Okay.
Connor.
Really, as a horror, really good, because it feels very realistic in a way, because they've always got like that really predictable aspect to them where it's like this monster's coming, it's like we need to kill it with fire or some like stupid thing like that. I really like the way they went with this, of how they kind of destroy the entity in a way.
Yeah.
And also just the entity in general, because the whole idea of like possession and like spirits and everything like that is something I'm not like a full believer in, but it's not something I would ever mess with. I would never do like a Ouija board or anything like that, just because the idea that it could be real, I don't want to mess with that. Okay. And in recently, I've started to believe that it's real a lot more. So it like felt really real watching the film, and it just works so well. It's just like the tension is there. The horror is there. It makes you uncomfortable watching it, and it's so good. And Raka Raka really, like, I can't wait for them to do more. And I found out they're doing obviously a sequel to this film, but Brandon also told me today they're doing a Mortal Kombat. They're directing a Mortal Kombat movie,
Oh, that
which that will
I
be
think
insane.
it's Street Fighter, not Mortal Kombat. But...
Oh yeah,
yeah.
close
same
close
thing.
enough. Yeah,
It's Street
Fighter
Fighter.
movie.
It's Street Fighter.
Street
that
Fighter,
was so
sorry.
good.
Yeah,
They should cast themselves as the stars in that. I think they should just do
they
it.
should.
I think that'd be so good. But yeah, I'm just looking at their letterbox now, and it says "Talk to Me 2," and then an untitled "Talk to Me" prequel, which I know they mentioned
Oh,
before
yes,
the
please.
sequel. So we could get a "Talk to Me" trilogy, which would be pretty fun.
It'd be like X.
The origin
Talk
of the
to
hand
3.
would be pretty good. Talk to 3.
Yeah,
That'd be fun. What did you rate it, Connor?
I gave 4.5.
Oh wow, okay.
Nice.
Really liked it.
Yeah,
then.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah, Harvey, what did you think?
Well, I saw it as I think I was the only one out of us 4 to see it as the Odeon Scream Unseen, which was cool. And actually, they played a little clip before the film, being Raka Raka sat there being like, "Surprise! It's the Scream Unseen. If you didn't want this, then oh well." And then the movie played, which is quite funny. But yeah, it was really, really good. I was debating even going because obviously it was a horror movie, but as Josiah said, the Raka Raka influence pushed me to go. My cinema was packed; it was full. So that was a really cool experience. I genuinely think that's the busiest cinema I've been in since Endgame.
Wow.
Did anyone walk out?
No, everyone was
Good,
there for
because
it.
as they should. I think it's what people expected, so it's not like
Maybe, yeah.
Because when we went to the last Scream Unseen, it was Hatching, which was like a French horror. So understandably,
right,
people would
but-
walk out of that. It was a great film, but like people, not the average viewer is not going to want to watch a French movie. So, but yeah, understandably why people stayed.
But yeah, I liked it. I thought they did a good job making it feel, as Connor said, more real. Some of the more horrific moments in this movie genuinely got the audience gasping, and like there was a moment where there was obviously 2 people sat right next to me, and we all collectively went at one moment because of like I'm sure you all know probably what moment that was.
Yeah.
Like the main moment that gets talked about in that film at the moment. It was just crazy. I loved it. I didn't rate it as high as Connor. I gave it 4. But I definitely want to watch it again. I've rated a lot of films 4 though. That's like my go-to
recently
rating for this year. But yeah, it was really cool. I can't wait to watch it again. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, I really liked it as well. As far as horrors go, one of the better ones I've seen, and I've seen about 7, so that doesn't really count. One thing I want to really talk about is Sophie Wilde. I thought she was really, really good. Really good.
Yeah.
She won't get any Oscar buzz because Oscars hate horrors and
Oh no, but like it's a great
A24,
starting point for her because she hasn't done too much before, and like it's exciting to see if that's the level of performance she's able to output for this one small A24 horror movie. Then I can't wait to see what she does next.
Yeah, I think she could do really well in other genres as well. I could see her in a good drama movie. Get her in more horrors as well, and it works. And like you said, it's a really, really good like original starting point for her. And I love seeing how highly Raka Raka talk about her. Not just as like how good of an actress, but how good and how great she was to work with. And yeah, there's definitely a good future there. I think the cast on the whole, like it's a young cast and they all did really well. Big up Eowyn. She was in it from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
The mum, I was so happy seeing her there because like I'm a big Eowyn stan. I always will be. Anything Lord of the Rings, I'm happy. I actually didn't know she was Australian, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, I have it 3.5, but it's my highest 3.5 of the year. For me, I didn't really expect to give it a super high rating because I don't know, me and horrors, we don't really get along. You know, I gave Midsummer a 2.5. So
I know I respect that, honestly. I gave it a 3.
Yeah.
No.
I think Hereditary is still my favorite horror movie.
Hereditary is amazing. I understand that.
It's on my list. I'm going through a bunch of A24 movies at the moment, trying to watch more. That's definitely up there to watch soon.
Yeah, I've not seen all the classics.
Backtracking to your Sophie Wilde point quickly. I did hear that Raka Raka, or what A24 lost a bit of money for casting Sophie Wilde instead
Wow.
of someone a bit more, well, I guess mainstream in a way. But Raka Raka insisted on having her so much that they managed to convince A24. I think that was I don't know whether that was true or
Wow.
not, but I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Why did they lose money with that?
But I think because she's not as obviously because she hasn't done as much before, she's more of a risk for a lead role.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes
So
sense.
like they yeah, but she was
Yeah.
excellent, so it didn't matter.
No, she was really good.
And especially because everyone is Australian. Are they all Australian or is it Australia and New Zealand? I don't know.
Probably, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it
Yeah.
was a mix.
Again, I think that was quite a big risk for A24 as well, because you're used to like all American or all British casts. So
Yeah.
hey, well, they gambled and it worked because it's performing very well, especially coming out at the time it has. It's come out amongst, Barbenheimer, where you're not really
Literally,
expecting it to do
the
well.
week after it released, which is crazy, and it's done so well.
Yeah, and I guess word of mouth is a big part of promoting movies because it's done well. And I'm very happy for them and I'm excited to see what else they do. And maybe I'm leaning more into horror, but I will say the trailers beforehand, I'm not watching that new Exorcist movie. That I couldn't do it.
Oh,
And
it looks so good.
no,
It looks so good.
No. And was there a Nun movie as well?
No, that looks awful.
My
Nun
biggest
2, I
jump
think. I don't know.
my biggest jump scare from that whole day was the Nun 2 trailer. More than
Yeah.
the whole talk to
That
me.
final bit,
Yeah.
the
flip
final
me.
bit when she grabs the woman.
Oh my gosh, I jumped out my seat. I was so scared because I thought it was a trailer. They weren't going to do anything, so I was sort of chilling, and then out of nowhere, it just happened. So I won't be watching either of those. There's not a chance, literally no chance. But big up A24 and Raka Raka and Talk to Me. But yeah, you guys go to Odeon. You have Screen Unseen and Scream Unseen. I'm a Cineworld kid.
Before we move on,
Oh, yeah, you go. He's finished.
He's done it.
He's finished the pizza.
UK MovieTok news, hit him up. Finished pizza in recording.
Well done, Connor.
He's
That's
done
a
it.
big achievement.
continue.
Anyway, yeah, you guys are Odeon and kids. You've not matured yet. You go to these Screen Unseens and Scream Unseens.
Okay.
I'm a Cineworld guy.
You mean matured? We have,
Yeah.
you know how far we have to go to get to
It's literally like an hour and a half drive each way to get to our nearest Cineworld.
Well,
You can't expect us to do that for
yes.
every single movie.
I absolutely can, and that's what I want. But no, Cineworld, seriously, the amount of promo I do for you and you're not paying me is crazy. I need that
It is
4DX
outrageous, to be
ad.
fair, yeah.
I can't believe I've got inside news. The big boys at Cineworld have seen my work trying to get a 4DX ad, and they're blanking me on TikTok. They reply to my Twitter and they'll message me, but they won't reply on TikTok. It's a joke.
Ridiculous.
It's a joke. But anyway, they do secret screenings. That's what it's called. It's always the same as the Odeon ones. And the other day I watched Scrapper, which was really surprising because I went into it expecting it to either be Dumb Money or Blue Beetle. Those were just the two on the top of my head. But I had a list of like
a lot of people were calling for Blue Beetle. I can't even say it, Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Like that was like everyone was like, it's gonna be Blue Beetle, it's gonna be Blue Beetle, and then it wasn't, which is quite funny.
Yeah, there was quite a few. I thought it could have been Strays potentially, which is now out. Will I be watching?
I genuinely might go watch that tonight. I don't know though.
I'm still debating it.
Oh, tonight.
And what else was I thinking? What else is coming out? I don't know. There was a bunch of other random stuff I thought it could have been, but yeah, Dumb Money and Blue Beetle were the ones. And then Scrapper popped up, and I was like, you know what? I'm so in. I completely forgot this movie was coming out. We went to the closing night of Sundance. That was the opening film of Sundance. So
Okay.
Was it?
Yeah, because I know some people got invited to watch that instead of the final night. And I heard it was pretty good, so I was in. And it's only 84 minutes or something, so it's a nice, easy watch. But what did disappoint me is the amount of people who left, because they see something like Scrapper. It's not a big action flick, so they leave. People, especially if you're paying to go to these, it's sad because Scrapper has gone into my top 10 of the year. I thought it was really good.
Top 10?
Yeah. Okay, I'll break down like the simple.
What's it about? Because I haven't even really heard about it.
So it's very British, which is always good for the Brits.
You love to see it.
It's about this 12-year-old girl who the father's not around and her mum has just died. So she's living alone, and she's managed to like persuade the social workers and everyone around her that she's living with somebody, but she's actually living alone in her mum's house, doing everything for herself.
Okay, yeah.
Her job is to just steal bikes and sell them. That's sort of what she does. And then out of nowhere, her dad turns up, and it's sort of a story of her and her dad's relationship, her trying to accept him into her life, even though he's never been, like, she doesn't even know who he was. It obviously touches on grief, having lost her mum, who that's all she had. And it's really funny as well. Like the British humor really works in it, especially when you're working with children. It's tough to sell humor. But she's really good in it. I need to find her name, but she's really brilliant in it. And it's a win for Britain, because I think there's been some really good British films this year with that. Kindling, Rye Lane was really good. Polite Society. There's been some really good British films. I need to find it now. What's her name?
I did hear. I was like looking after the Screen Unseen. I wanted to know what because I knew it was going on. I wanted to see what it actually was, so I went on Odeon's Twitter.
Yeah,
and I saw in the comments people were saying it kind of had like an After Sun vibe. So
yeah,
that kind of made me want to watch it.
Well, After Sun, again, it's like the father-daughter relationship, and I guess that's the main focus of this one. I guess it's like After Sun, but also very different to After Sun at the same time. But it's still dealing with, I mean, grief is like one of the big topics in this. And what's the name? Lola Campbell, that's the name. It's her first time, I think, in a movie. Her character's Georgie. And like, it's a really mature performance for someone so young, like carrying the weight of that film. And when you're having to act out, someone who's lost her mum, gone 12 years of her life without her dad, and learning to accept it was really good. And then Harris Dickinson is the guy who plays the dad, who's in Triangle of Sadness and See How They Run. He's brilliant as well, and a very good actor. There's one scene when you guys watch it where they're at a train station together, and it's like a back and forth comedy scene, and the chemistry is so good and the dynamic's so great, and I think you guys would really love it. And it's currently my 8th of the year, and I've seen like 68 films, so it's a lot. My top 10's a bit flawed though, but I'd highly recommend. And anyone who did watch it, I'd love to know your thoughts. Well, not you guys, obviously, people in the comments.
What's 9 and 10?
What's
9 and 10? What have you put it above?
Air is in 10, and a movie called 1001 is in 9th. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is though.
Okay. Well, look at it at 11.
Well, you've sold me on Scrapper.
That's all I
might
do.
have to go.
But in 7th,
it sounds really good.
My 7th place is No Hard Feelings, which I know is like way too high compared to most.
Peak.
It's a phenomenal film.
I really love it. But yeah, that's sort of Scrapper. Any other films come out people want to talk about? That's not too.
I don't think so.
No.
Nothing that I've seen, I don't think.
Yeah, you guys need to get out to the cinema.
I watched 10 minutes of Spirited Away the other day.
There we go.
And I didn't get the chance to finish it, so I'm going to watch that after this. But yeah,
what's the reason?
So
okay.
I had to.
It wasn't boredom.
Go out. No, I had to go out.
Makes sense.
But yeah.
Tell you what, I don't want to talk about the movies, but I went on a really bad streak. I watched Aloha with Rachel McAdams and Emma Stone, and Bradley Cooper. I was like, it's gotta be brilliant. I gave it 1 star. One of the worst movies. Then the same day, I watched Heart of Stone.
Worse than Ghosted?
It's worse than Ghosted.
I saw, yes, Brandon Shumi, and then you watch 4 awful films, and you watch Everything All at Once to clear your patter.
Yeah. Wow. I had 2 1 stars and then a half star, and I was like, I need to watch something good.
That's
and I needed to.
That is awful.
Yeah, I watched Heart of Stone. Second worst film of the year for me. I gave it 1 star.
Really?
Then movie 43, half a star. And then I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once just to make sure something safe. So yeah, don't ever do those streaks. I watched Tangled as well. I really like Tangled. And actually, we don't need to talk about the film. Gran Turismo is like set in Cardiff and super Welsh, so that was great for me. Yeah, the guys from Cardiff.
Nice.
Yeah, obviously the scenes once he becomes a racer, traveling the world, but like the first act is all in Wales and all in Cardiff, and I recognise places, and I was like, this is great. This is my hometown.
That's cool.
Anyway, one thing that has been trending on Twitter and a bit more on TikTok is people are giving their top 10 of the decade for 2010s. That's probably the era we all know best, because I guess that was all the era we grew
I'd say
up
so.
with.
Yeah.
There's no shame in that. I know people expected us movie guys to love the 40s and stuff, but 2010s is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
GOAT. It's the GOAT
The
era.
silent era.
Yeah, come on now. I like colors. Okay, sorry. Black and white films are actually quite good, but they're good. Obviously, I'm still exploring cinema myself. But I thought we'd go around giving our top 10. I don't know how you guys want to do this. Do you want to just go all give our 10s and all give our 9s, or maybe do you want to do like one person goes 10 to 1 or 10 to 6?
I'm going to be honest. I don't really have like a 10 to 1 list. I just have like 10 films that I sort of
I
just
basically have the same.
like.
All right, you two
Like,
go
I don't
first
really
then.
have a ranking, but
Okay, fine. One of you can give your 10 then, talk about the films. Harvey, you can go first. Why not?
me go first. Well, 2010, not 2010 itself, but the 2010s was home to one of my favorite movies of all time. I think we know where this is going. It is Whiplash. It is a phenomenal movie. I will say it till the day I die. I love everything about it. I've watched every YouTube video breaking down this movie possible that's online. It's just phenomenal. I don't really need to say much about it. You all know how good it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
That's one.
I am.
That's one,
While Harvey mentioned Whiplash as well, I will also mention Whiplash. I have that in my 10 because
Yes, let's go.
everything about it is great. The final act, who doesn't love it? I just like the tension and the stress and everything about it. And after watching it, I like made a vow that I will never rewatch it until it gets a cinematic re-release because I want to cherish
Next year.
that.
Is it?
Yes, next year, 10-year anniversary.
10 year.
Nice.
10-year anniversary. So hopefully
I'm
next
so
year.
ready. I will buy out a cinema. I'll be there.
Well, mine is ordered, so I'm gonna go in my order. I took a while to think of this order as well. In 10th, I have Gone Girl, which is one of my favorite David
nice.
Fincher movies. I love thrillers, and it might be my favorite thriller. Maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah, I might put it out there. But I think Amy Dunn is incredible in this, and Rosamund Pike gives a great performance. Ben Affleck, I know people are mixed on him. I think he's very good in this, gives the performance the film needs. But I think it's quite a rewatchable thriller. Yeah, number 10, Gone Girl. It won't
very
be
good. I do really want to rewatch it.
Yeah,
it's really good.
It's not the last David Fincher film in my top 10. So,
yeah.
Oh. Okay, go again, Harvey.
Okay. For my second one, I am going to say Arrival.
Okay.
Oh, great pick. Great pick.
Thank you. Arrival is a great story. I think Connor recommended it to me once. I vaguely remember that. And I was like, sure, I have time to kill. I'll watch it. Instantly hooked. Brilliant story. Cinematography out of this world.
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough of Denis Villeneuve's filmography. But I think I have I seen many of his. How many have I seen?
Oh no, is that my favorite?
Okay, that's the. I'm going to out myself here. That's the only one of his films I've seen. Apparently,
wow.
I thought I'd seen more. But what a starting point! Like, I can't wait to watch more of his stuff. That it was great, and I like Jeremy Renner. So seeing him in a more major role was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, my second one is Romeo and Juliet. A true
phenomenal,
a modern classic. Take the Romeo and Juliet for like, how long's this film? Like 400 years. This story has been around, and this is the first time someone has taken it and turned the characters into gnomes, and it works. It works so well, and I can't believe it wasn't made sooner. This film changed my life.
We'll say,
and I wish I could say that as a joke. But I actually did, because I grew up watching this film.
It is a fun movie, actually, and it doesn't have a really good cast as well.
Yep, and amazing soundtrack. Elton John.
Yeah,
it just goes so hard.
Tell you what, that might have to be a rewatch tonight. Romeo and Juliet
tonight.
Yeah, I've not seen the sequel.
It'll go in your top 10.
Was it Sherlock Gnomes?
I'll just
the sequel,
wait.
Isn't it?
It will get a shout out soon.
Oh my gosh, the director of Romeo and Juliet made Shrek too.
No
same
way.
Director, yeah, same director.
Makes sense.
But also made Smurfs: The Lost Village. Anyway, my number 9 is the first Christopher Nolan movie I have on this. Again, not the last. I have Inception, which is my second favorite Nolan. So there's only one more on this list. Mind-bending, confusing, but beautiful to watch. Whilst I understand the critics, the critique, sorry, of this movie that struggles with characters, who cares? It looks good, it's fun. I think Leo gives a really good performance in it, and every single thing to do with the dream sequences are so good in my opinion. And again, I really need to rewatch it. I tried to put my brother on it. He gave up after 45 minutes, and I'm going to try to rewatch it with him because I can't have that.
Wait, he couldn't. He didn't finish it.
No, I went out to watch Talk to Me, and I
You
put
need a new
Inception
brother.
on.
Get a new brother.
I'm trying to sell him on. No, I gave him 3 options of movies.
I've only seen 10 minutes.
We need a new co-host. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Oh no, you got to
Josiah, your host. Can you kick
sorry.
Connor from the rest of this call?
No, I have 8 more amazing picks to go.
Okay,
You can't kick me yet.
But yeah, that's my number 9.
Thin ice.
Go on, Harvey. What have you got?
Okay. I'll be that guy. Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse. It's there. It's on my 10. It's good. I love it. Who doesn't? Great animation. Won the Oscar. What else needs to be said? It's perfect.
Yeah.
Quick and simple. There you go. Done. Next.
Yeah. I'll give you that. All right. My third one I have on DVD. We have Street Dance 2. Who doesn't love Street Dance 2? A film I've watched countless times about street dancing because I had a street dance phase in like year 6. It just speaks for itself. Street Dance 2.
Is this where
I have it on DVD? So bonus.
Look
points.
how impressed me and Josiah are right now.
I'm just thinking, is this where I insert the clip of Colin breakdancing? Is this where I do it?
Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Yeah.
Enjoy, people. It's in. Okay.
Audio viewers, you're missing out. You're missing out.
Yeah. Just say, oh, like the night.
Just a little backstory of that. It was Henry's birthday, and when I heard Connor had done breakdancing before, I didn't believe it, and then he did that, and I was blown away.
It was a sight to behold. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it was. Okay, my number 8, the Lego Batman movie. And this isn't a little joke.
That's a great pick.
This is deadly serious. I have a ridiculous attachment to the Lego Batman movie. It might be my most rewatched movie ever. I got it on Blu-ray, obviously, and that is a movie I probably will watch tonight. I've really been wanting to watch it again for a while now. It just brings me so much happiness. I don't know. I really love the dynamic between Joker and Batman and Robin and Batman and Alfred. Like all the different dynamics work. It's so much fun.
Just all the characters.
Yeah, it's such a heartwarming story. I think the music's great in it as well. And again, obviously highly rewatchable if I've seen it so many times. I also love the Lego movie, but the Lego Batman just does something special to my heart. And whenever I'm down, that's such a good movie to put on for me. I don't know why, but it always cheers me
You've got
up.
to love a comfort movie.
Yeah, Will Arnett is so good in it. I don't know what it is about him. So yeah, big up the Lego Batman movie. I love you guys. Chris McKay, that's it. I love you, Chris McKay. Okay, go Harvey.
All right. We're going a bit rogue here. All right. I've thrown in a horror movie.
Whoa.
Wow.
And I'm saying Jordan Peele, Us.
That's a decent pick.
I thought you were going to say Get Out.
Exactly. I actually, believe it or not, like Us out of all three of Jordan Peele's works.
Wow.
It would probably go Nope, my least favorite, although it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Get Out and then Us, but only by a smidgen. I was captivated watching that. I thought it was so good, and I don't like horrors. Like watching through Jordan Peele's stuff, they're horrors, but they feel more. I don't know. They're like they get you thinking, which I like. I like that more with a horror,
Yeah.
where it's and instead of just like, oh, funny jump scare. There was a lot of thought and craft behind each of his films, and I feel like Us personally did it best in my opinion. Only by I love Get Out, but only just Us over top of that. And yeah, it was so cool. I loved it. Like I remember I've forgotten the name of the lead actress. Uh Lupita Nyong'o. I remember her in like that in like the sort of backroomy underground school place. That was sick. And like the dancing scene there. So it's in my memory ingrained. It's so cool.
I think Get Out is probably my
Understandable.
favorite Jordan Peele film. And I was thinking about it. I said Hereditary was my favorite horror. I completely forgot about Get Out. Get Out, I actually have it at 5-star. So that's probably my favorite one. But it feels like a very different kind of horror. So that's probably why I didn't
I have them rated the same.
Yeah.
Get Out and Us are the same rating on Letterboxd, but I would just
yeah.
ever so slightly tip Us personally.
Okay, Connor, what have you got next?
Okay, well, I really love DreamWorks as an animation company, but their best film from the 2010s has to be The Boss Baby.
Yeah, I agree. No, I know I'm in full agreement here.
I'm
obsessed with this movie.
Boss Baby.
No, from the 2010s. From the 2010s.
All right, I'm about to check DreamWorks movies.
How to Train Your Dragon 2 and 3, I'm pretty sure released in the 2010s. But we disregard that because do they have a baby which is the boss in? No, they do not. Mid movies. And Jimbo is the greatest character of all time. I love that one scene when they're like trying to get to the airport and there's the big nanny bloke on the I don't know what he's on, like a in America they have like the Girl Scouts have them weird carts, the little red carts. He's riding one of them like a skateboard, and he like jumps over the hill. That's such a good scene. And then Jimbo like runs at him like a massive gorilla and starts like rolling his face with this thing. Best scene in the movie. I love it. I'm obsessed with that one scene. Phenomenal film.
I'm just gonna say Kung Fu Panda 2 came out in the 2010s. So
not as good as the Boss Baby.
Boss Baby takes it. That scene is goated, I will say.
Did you scream when Boss Baby 2 came out? Did you scream?
I did. And I voted for it in the Oscars fan nominated thing. That was my vote. Boss Baby Family Business. And I also rewatched it over Christmas.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I watched that film 3 times. Great film.
Well done. I just realized I don't have another Nolan film on my list. I don't know why I said that. For some reason, I was thinking The Dark Knight, but that came out 2008. So, okay, number 7, I have Django Unchained, my favorite Tarantino movie.
Django.
I am not super big on Western movies, probably because I haven't seen loads of them. But the experience of watching Django Unchained was on like another level. I had just finished A-levels last year, and I finally had time to watch movies. And Django Unchained was like the first long one I put on. And I don't regret it at all because it stayed in my head ever since. Speaking of like Amy Dunn in Gone, I think that Calvin Candy is his name. Yeah, he's really good in this. I love good villains in movies like this. Jamie Foxx obviously great. Christoph Waltz, like it's a great cast, great performances. It's super cool. I love the gun shooting scenes. I don't know.
Cool.
It's probably it's a cool movie. And it's close between that and Pulp Fiction, my favorite Tarantino. Pulp Fiction would probably have been like 11th. Not 11th. If it was in the 2010, it would have been 11th, but it's clearly not. It's probably my second favorite Tarantino behind Django.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a favorite Tarantino?
Mine would be Pulp Fiction. Yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
But I feel me and Connor are definitely biased.
It.
We studied it in A-level. So
fair enough. Oh, I can see the
we
poster
have a deep
as well,
connection
Connor.
with that film.
Yes, Pulp Fiction poster.
Yeah,
hidden.
That was pretty cool then.
Wait, and Harvey's in the corner as well.
Wait, actually, hang on a sec.
Scene.
In Cannes, they had
mine are holding bananas though. Sorry,
they had a Pulp Fiction mural in Cannes.
Oh, that's so cool.
We're going.
So
There's book flights now.
Yeah, I got pictures with that. That was pretty cool.
That's so cool.
So that's my
really
7. Cool. Okay, 6. Or whatever you guys are doing with your
it's me again, isn't it? Let's go with The Shape of Water.
Wow.
Oh, really good pick.
Guillermo del Toro.
I mean,
a
it's good.
great film. I think probably I know it won the Oscar, but I still think it's one of his more underrated works.
Mhm.
I think it's a really good movie. I remember I watched it as part of it was one of the required films to watch for uni. I was like, I've been wanting to watch this for ages, so yes, please. Um, and I sat down, watched it one evening, and I fell in love. It was great. I thought it was a phenomenal movie. The color in that movie stands out to me so
Yeah.
much. Like the greeny, murky tones that always just flooded almost every scene. Just it's ingrained in my mind. It's so cool. Um, and I love the amphibian man. I think he's also
He's
very,
cool.
very funny.
Mhm. That's a film I
You're not
watched
meant to,
because you
you're
said
not
to
meant to
watch
find
it.
him funny, but I can't help but laugh.
He
He's a
is
funny looking
he is
guy.
kind of funny.
I watched that the year it came out on a plane, and that's the only time I watched it, and I didn't like love it. I thought it was good, but I was like 14 or whatever, so I need to rewatch it. But obviously, it won an
Yeah.
Oscar, so yeah, congratulations, Shape of
Mm.
Water. You won an Oscar and you made it into Harvey's top 10 of the decade.
There we go.
What have you got next, Collar? I'm ready for
All
this.
right, next up. So Josiah, you recently shouted out the Lego Batman movie, but there's a game, there's a movie about children's toys which is way better. The Playmobil movie, Unbeaten,
I don't want memories.
phenomenal.
Don't want the
I remember
memories.
Josiah watched it out of choice, just randomly. I suggested him to watch it, but that it takes the amazing concept of the Lego movie where we find out that the world of the toys is actually the real world, and they flip it. The real world is the world of the toys. They start in the real world. Anya Taylor-Joy, just what is there not to love? It's Playmobil. Who played with Lego when they were a child? Playmobil on top, obviously.
I will say, I remember
Lego.
that day. I was asking you guys. It was like January. I was like, I really
I
want to
remember
watch.
this. Yeah,
I
yeah.
really want to watch 21 Jump Street today or The Godfather Part 2. But do you guys have any other recommendations? Connor's like, what's the Playmobil movie? And I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. And then it opens with an Anya Taylor-Joy singing sequence, and like a little musical number. I was like, oh, I can't do this. But I sat through it. It was tough. It was painful. But yeah, what a movie. Go Playmobil. And they
It
teased a
was
sequel, didn't they?
godly.
That just never happened.
I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on it still to this day.
I'll make it.
Okay, my number 6. It's an animated movie. Sticking with the theme, I have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse as my number 6.
Yay. Join the club.
Yeah.
I'm team Across the Spider-Verse slightly, but I have them both 5 stars. Into the Spider-Verse, I'm still in my Spider-Verse era. It could definitely be higher, but I love that movie. I think it will be the second best trilogy of all time once Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out behind Lord of the Rings. A perfect depiction of let me see.
It won't even be the best animated trilogy.
What, Boss Baby 3 when that comes out?
No. How to Train Your Dragon is the best animated trilogy.
Wrong. Just wrong. You're just wrong. I'm
It's-
sorry.
Kung Fu Panda's
it
better than
is.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Thank
No.
you. Thank you.
No.
There we go.
But yeah, Into Spider-Verse makes my top 6. I love Miles Morales. He probably is my favorite Spider-Man as of right now. What's Up Danger is one of my all-time favorite scenes. It's so good. The whole talk from his dad beforehand and from Peter B. Parker just to the whole leap of faith. It's so good. It's so good. So that makes my top 6. Okay, it's time for the top 5. Harvey, what have you got?
Oh, sorry, I was preoccupied.
Come on.
I'm gonna be that guy, and I'm gonna put another comic book movie in there. I'm putting an Infinity War.
Nice.
It's a good movie. It's good, and I don't care if it's Marvel or MCU. It's good. That's one of the first films that I came out of the cinema being like phenomenal. It like that that ending will stay with me watching that in the cinema forever. I
Oh
think
my gosh, yeah.
like I will never forget Thanos winning and me being like my little like 14, 15-year-old brain being like, what's gonna happen? So yeah, it's a simple pick, but a goat. It's a goated film.
I'm so depressed I didn't actually watch that in the cinema, and I really wish I did.
No.
Did you watch Endgame
I
in the
know.
cinema?
I did, yeah. I watched Endgame, but not Infinity War.
I dragged my dad to watch Infinity
Oh,
War. He had no idea what Marvel was at that point.
Yeah, I went 3
So-
times, I think. It was so good.
Okay.
Anyway, Connor, go for it.
You guys ready? So last year we got a great animated movie. Was it last year? I think so.
Last
I think
year.
last year we got a great animated movie with an amazing song, and it's called Turn Up the Sunshine.
Oh.
Do we
Yeah.
all know where this is going?
I think so.
But it had an original trilogy before that film released. And the second one in that trilogy is phenomenal. Despicable Me 2 is my next
There we
pick.
go. There we go.
That's actually
You
a
had
fine
you had me
movie.
in the first half thinking you were going to say Minions Rise of Gru and forget that we were doing a 2010s
No.
list.
Yeah,
but...
that's what I was thinking. I actually kind of like
But
Despicable
can
Me
we-
too.
Can we all agree Despicable Me 2 is the best Despicable Me movie?
El Macho. Yeah, of course.
No,
El Macho.
I think I'm team 1.
No. No.
Well, to be honest, as
One's-
long as you're not 3, then I don't care.
Ugh.
Yeah, 3's the one. 2 is goated. It's got El Macho. It's got that bloody chicken that just sort of like attacks them for no reason. Lucy's there. It's like it's goated. Ram's bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a character.
There's no losing with that film. It's the best one.
Hey, I
Like
like
this,
it.
I
like,
just simply agree.
Basic
yeah.
villain.
That's
yeah.
one of the best ones so
That's
far
all I
on
have
your
to
list.
say.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, it's just gonna get better from there, Josiah. Don't you worry. Maybe
Uh,
not with the next one, but after
Yeah,
that.
maybe not. So my 5th place has already been mentioned by both of you. I have Whiplash in 5th place.
Yeah.
For a while, it was actually going to be a little bit higher, but I do need to watch it again. And now that you said it could get a theatrical release, I'm there.
I'm
That
praying.
was
I'm
so good.
praying. Hoping and praying.
It makes sense, right? It does make sense. But J.K. Simmons, incredible at shouting at people. I could only dream to have, that ability. Miles Teller crashes his car multiple times
Yeah.
in movies, and that was the best time he's done it. But yeah, it's a great movie. And
Wait, what other movie did he crash a car in?
Harvey?
Spectacular Now. I watched it like 2 weeks ago now.
That's all
And
I
it's funny.
know from.
Hang on, I made a letterbox list of it. I'll try and find the thing quickly whilst Josiah explains why he loves Whiplash so much.
Yeah, important movie for the film bros as well, I think. It's
Mhm.
it's
Carries
one that-
film bros.
It does. But I think the highlight is obviously J.K. Simmons' performance. That's
Yeah.
my
I've got it here. So I titled it Movies from the Early 2010s, where the main character is Miles Teller playing a self-obsessed teenager who also gets involved in a shocking car crash accident halfway through the film. The Spectacular Now and Whiplash.
wow.
There you go. And someone actually did comment. I want to point this out. Someone commented saying, watching Fan Four Stick is the equivalent of a car crash, if that counts. So I might add that to the list.
But no, what Whiplash does so well, it just makes your heart pound. It's anxiety inducing, and then I know the ending is up for interpretation, and people think different things. I love the ending. I'm a big Whiplash guy. Probably not as big as Harvey, but I love it. All right, what have we got next?
Nice. Oh, me. Sorry.
Yes, yeah.
I've got a treat for you. Okay, this one has only just come back to my memory right now. I'm gonna say Johnny English Strikes Again.
What?
What?
What
Now
a
that is
movie.
a movie.
No way
That is a
Connor's
movie.
saying what a random pick after his list.
I know. What a film. Rowan Atkinson is a great actor. I love him in almost anything he does. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought. What was I talking about?
Johnny English.
Johnny English Strikes Again. That's it. There we go.
did
Such
you
a good
forget?
movie. I love Rowan Atkinson. Sorry, that's throwing me off. It's just I remember I went to the cinema with 3 of my mates in I can't remember. I think 2018 it released. What a laugh that was. I loved the first 2. I've probably watched the first one too many times that it's unhealthy. It's just such a good film, and I want to watch it. I want to watch the entire trilogy again because I haven't seen them in so long, and they're really underrated and just ridiculously stupid comedies. So I love them.
Valid.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love how I just got
Understandable.
short-term memory loss in the middle of that, but it's fine. We move.
Yeah, you might want to get that checked. That was a bit concerning. I can't have my left back forgetting where he is.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay.
What have we got, Connor?
My number 4 spot. earlier Harvey mentioned a horror film, so I think as like the horror man of the group, I feel like it's my duty to also mention a horror film. So we've got Slender Man on my list.
Ooh. Okay.
Never
I
seen it.
don't ooh that. Don't I if
I'm
you've
oohing
seen
it.
that film.
I've not seen
Have
it.
you
I haven't
seen
seen
that
it.
film?
I've seen.
Okay. No one's seen it.
bits.
Lucky both of you, because I actually have seen this film. It's great.
It's in your top
It's-
10. What do you mean lucky?
So
Man.
good. So good. It's like, you know, the whole like lore of Slender Man, like you have to try and
1.2
find-
average rating.
you know, you have to find the in the game, you have to find the tickets or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they completely
I know the
removed
game.
that from the film, and this is what you got.
Oh.
Like, remove anything from the game, and all you have is a bloke with a white face and some long arms and legs, and he's just waddling. So basically, Harvey, you've got him in the forest.
Oh, yeah.
There
we go.
Joey,
That's
Joey
the
King's
film.
Fun
in it.
fact: I've actually played a game of charades before, and someone referenced me as Slenderman in that. They kept pointing at me, and the answer was Slenderman. So thanks for bringing that memory back up. That was great.
So
UK Movie Talk News.
So, yeah.
Harvey is Slenderman.
No. I will report the account and get it taken down if you put that
Hey,
up.
well, anyone who wants to watch Slenderman, it's on Netflix there for you to watch. So there you go.
yeah, 1.2 average. I don't think it deserves it.
No,
It's top 10 of the year. Top 10
really
of
not.
2010s.
Yeah. Okay, my number 4, Infinity War. I know. People can cry because it's a Marvel film and it's an MCU film, and you know we're meant to know movies, right, guys? We're not supposed to like superhero films. Get a grip, grow up, kids. Okay, it's a great movie, and the emotional attachment and like the importance it has on my life is so it's you can't understate it. Before doing movies, talking movies, I watched Star Wars, Marvel, and Lord of the Rings. I didn't know anything else, and those are still big parts of my life. And it doesn't matter the state of the MCU now. The Infinity Saga was so good, and I loved every moment of it, even its lows. I knew the bigger picture, so I was excited. And Infinity War was the perfect film for that time, for that era of Marvel. And again, probably my most rewatched MCU movie. I love it so much. The team up was great. Thor's Wakanda arrival, my favorite scene in the movie.
Godly.
So
Yeah.
good. Everything about it so good. All right, we're moving to the final
No,
3
yeah,
now.
Phenomenal.
What have we got, Harvey?
All right.
Go on, Harvey.
I'm gonna throw in Knives Out
Wow, okay.
Oh, okay.
because not when I watched this, I didn't watch it in 2019. I watched it only a couple years ago, and it completely reinvigorated and reignited my passion for murder mysteries. I absolutely adore every single one that comes out. I think, actually, as a side note, I think A24 is releasing one very soon, which I hope comes to the UK as well. So I'm
Cool.
very excited for that. But Knives Out, stacked cast, like Rian Johnson, questionable after. Wait, was this before or after the Last Jedi?
Ooh,
I think it was after. Yeah, because because Rise of Skywalker was 2019 as well, and he didn't direct that. So yeah, so this was after. Everyone was like, okay, is Rian Johnson going to be okay for this? He's phenomenal at it. This is his genre. He needs to do more of this. I enjoyed Glass Onion as well. I can't wait for the third one when that eventually comes. It's a great genre, great cast. I like Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc, and very, very good movie.
I'm not really a fan of his accent though. It feels a bit forced, but his character's cool.
It took me a minute to get used to it, but it's kind of funny.
He doesn't play Among Us in the first one though. So is it really good?
Yeah, you got a point there.
I've got to think about it. Connor, what have you got?
Yeah, I don't think you guys are ready for this one, and I'm like genuinely.
We're not ready. We're not ready.
This is actually probably like one of my favorite films. It's right if you can't really see, but it's right there, the black DVD on my shelf. It's another horror film, Scared Shrekless. Amazing. I don't know if you guys have seen Scared Shrekless. Yeah,
I have seen
I
Scared
have,
Shrekless.
yeah.
Of course, I've seen
I
Scared
have it-
Shrekless.
I have it ingrained in my mind. I have seen that movie so many times. Every time a family friend would come around, me, my brother, and them would watch it. It's great. It's so good. I love the Exorcist scene with Pinocchio when he starts floating up to the sky. I love the abusive, toxic relationship between Gingy and his girlfriend. I like how they scare away Puss in Boots with just water, and Puss in Boots and Donkey's weird like story between like the psycho thing that they do. Great, it's so good, underrated. Check it out. I have a strange obsession with that film, and I will be watching it in October. Trust me, it's great.
I actually like the
Missing out.
movie, so I'm not even mad. But it just you've sold me. Like you actually like the other ones. I didn't believe, but I believe you like this movie.
Oh, I love it.
He definitely does. Like I remember
convinced.
him like he's raved about it for so long. I do prefer the
5 stars.
Simon Cowell short. I think that's a lot funnier than Scared Shrekless. The Simon Cowell one's funny. What is it? Top of the Pops or whatever. I don't know what it's referencing. It's one of the top idol
Oh
pops.
yeah. Oh, that's
So good.
brilliant.
I love it.
Oh man.
That's the best one. I'm sorry to say, Connor. It's the best one.
Anyway, my third, just as good as Scared Shrekless, I might say. I have Parasite, which I will.
No, not just as good.
which I adore. I've only seen once, but it's not even like it's never left my brain. I don't know. I think there's no film like it. The character development is perfect, in my opinion, in that movie. On a comedy level, it's really funny. The thriller aspects are done really well. As like a standalone drama, it's really good. It kept me guessing. It kept me interested. I think it was one of the first films I watched that wasn't in English as well. I'm trying to think. It might have. Well, I've seen like films in Welsh, if that counts. But well, of course it counts. But it's the first proper one, and yeah, from there, I don't think I'll see a better one in a different language. We'll see. Maybe I will. I've still got some big ones like Seven Samurai and Harakiri and stuff. But Parasite lives rent free in my head. And I've said many times now, I want to watch it again tonight. Well, I'm probably going to watch about 7 films tonight, and that'll be on the list, as well as Strays. Okay, the final two.
Of course.
Harvey, what have we got?
I will just say before we go on to my next pick, I've never seen Parasite. I know that's bad. But like I never like got onto it whilst it was popular. I know it's still very popular, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And
I only watched it last
I
year.
never got
During the
around to it.
Oscars.
I will definitely watch it. I don't know when. But like I just know it's a good movie and I will get around to it eventually. Anyway, what am I going to go for next? I am going to go for. No, I can't say that. I can't say that. We'll go.
Say it.
Trollland.
Yeah.
No. Maybe not this time.
No, that's too mid.
I'll say Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh,
Wes
that's
Anderson. I love me some Wes Anderson. I did a series on TikTok where I watched every Wes Anderson movie, and I capped it all off by watching Grand Budapest. It's not my favorite. I'll say that now. I have 2 above it, being The Royal Tenenbaums and Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. They're above it, which I know is a bit of a hot take, but I like being edgy. But Grand Budapest Hotel, you can't not hate it. It's you can't not love it. It's so good. Stylistically, it's got everything that Wes Anderson like has ever wanted to achieve in it. Like great cast. It's got such a stacked cast, and I love what's his name? The main guy. What's his name?
Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah,
That was like a Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph.
Ray
Fiennes.
Fiennes. So
Ray Fiennes.
good. One of his best roles in my opinion.
He's in the Lego Batman.
He is.
He's
He's Alfred.
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
So good. I there's not much else to say again, but like
I think it's my 4th favorite Wes Anderson, but it's still a 4.5 for me.
That's it.
Yeah,
exactly. Mine's 4.5 as well.
I have Fantastic Mr. Fox, Rushmore, and Moonrise Kingdom above it. Moonrise Kingdom is my only 5-star for Wes Anderson, which is like I think a bit of a hot take. I don't know. It's my favorite one. Anyway, let's see the final 2. Connor, what have you got?
Well, I know I'm more of like a fiction, I think. Yeah, fiction film kind of guy. But we've got a documentary for my number 2 pick, and I'm really jealous. My brother actually watched this in the cinema and I didn't. But we have One Direction, This Is Us. Phenomenal.
Why did your brother watch it in the cinema?
I don't know.
That's the real question.
I was snowboarding. He watched it in the cinema. But to cap it off, I do have it on DVD.
I think we gotta go for yours, Connor. We gotta go over watch it.
It's got
Josiah, come to Norwich. Yeah,
I'm
good idea.
down. I do want to come to Norwich actually.
And you can get an
It's nothing
it's
here.
backwards. But you can get an exclusive message from One Direction. I might have to
Still,
get my
they'll
get my
reform,
exclusive direct.
reform just to get you a message.
Yeah. So relive the glory days of One Direction now that they've split up through this movie. Amazing, true masterpiece. Favorite documentary out there.
Oh, that's elite. I love that. Great pick. I'm not mad at it at all. Okay, my number 2. I said that there was another Fincher one coming up, and it's The Social Network as my number 2.
Okay.
One,
Yeah.
even outside the 2010, it's very close to pushing my top 4 on Letterboxd. It's one of my all-time favorites. I recently bought it on DVD actually because I couldn't find it anywhere to watch again, so I just needed to buy the DVD. One of the best scripts ever, I think, personally. Again, performances are great. I especially like Andrew Garfield in this movie.
Yeah.
And maybe because I'm growing more on biopics as well, it's probably my favorite one. Obviously, it's never going to be 100% accurate, and I know Mark Zuckerberg has his thoughts on it, but as a movie to watch, I think technically there's so many like great things to spot, and a very enjoyable watch as well as stressful. I don't know. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm a big
Fair
Fincher guy. I'm excited.
It's a great film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of Fincher's films would be up there as a lot of my favorite movies. But Gone Girl and Social Network especially are 2 I love.
Yeah.
This is the big moment now, though. The final ones.
How many left have I got?
1.
Just one.
I've got 1 left.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay, well that goes that plan. I was going to do something funny because I thought I had an extra one.
You can just mention it if you want.
Go on, do your funny thing.
I was going to do a funny thing where I say Pirates of the Caribbean 4 because I love Pirates of the Caribbean, but Pirates of the Caribbean 4 is awful. So well, it's not that bad. I love them all, but like it's not as good as the first 3. I'll say that. But that's out of the water. I can't do that. I need to give a mention to a certain director who I absolutely adore. It's cause of films. No, it's not. Sorry. It's Edgar Wright. And I'm going to say Baby Driver for him because I feel like that's probably I think that's probably his strongest from the 2010s. I mean, it's that or The World's End or Scott Pilgrim. So
no, yeah, I would say Baby
Driver. It's just awesome. It's just cool. It made me want to like it's like the way it's like musically composed to fit every scene perfectly. The rhythmic timing in that film, outstanding. I don't think I'll ever see another movie which does that better. And the characters are pretty good. Obviously, Kevin Spacey is a bit questionable, but like it's still a good movie regardless of his role. And I love the tequila scene particularly. In the middle of the film. I think that's so cold. Just a really good movie, solid movie.
Oh, nice. All right, Connor, the final one.
I don't know if you guys are ready for my number 1 spot.
No, we'll probably never guess it ever.
You can have a go if you want.
The Velocipasta.
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's one of my it's currently one of my favorite franchises. I really need to rewatch it. Like I'm strangely have a weird obsession with it recently. But this is the 3rd film out of 4. It's Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked. The best Alvin and the Chipmunks movie out of the 4 is Chipwrecked. I love Simone. He's a goat. I love the scene when they sing I think they sing a Britney Spears song or no, they sing a Lady Gaga song when Marcel the Shell walks out the forest. She's like, "Who are you guys?" And they sing a Gaga song. I love that movie. It's so good. But I did realize that movie is kind of the same as Toy Story 3 because one of the characters becomes Spanish.
Yeah, true, but we're not comparing Chipwreck to Toy Story 3.
No, there's an obvious one that's better.
Yeah. Uncle Ian's not in Toy Story 3, so
exactly, he is the GOAT. And I don't know why, but I strangely remember so much that happens in all 4 of them movies. So I really want to rewatch it, but I've made a deal with Leah because she wants me to watch all of Twilight. So we're gonna do one day where we marathon
face
all of Twilight and all of Alvin and the Chipmunks back to back.
in one day.
It's gonna be the great. Yeah, one day we start with Twilight, then Alvin and the Chipmunks, Twilight 2. I think it's called New Moon. Then the Squeakquel, Twilight 3, the whatever Chipwrecked, Twilight 4, Road Chip, and then finish off with the 5th Twilight. What a day that's gonna be!
I actually feel sorry for you.
You got to make a
genuinely
TikTok
do.
at least from that.
Yeah, don't worry, it will be.
That's gonna be beautiful.
That is no. Joking aside, that's actually horrific. I'm sorry. Like,
Alvin and the
struggle.
Chipmunks is great though.
9 films
Goated franchise
in a day.
Yeah,
It's hard in itself. Like, I couldn't ever. People do like the Star Wars films or the main 9 in a
But they're
day
long.
on May 4th. But like those 5 are gonna like those 2 franchises are gonna be painful to sit through.
Yeah. Should I give my
I can't
number one
wait.
then?
Yeah, just go for it.
I can't wait to say.
I have a joint first place, so I'll do my first one,
Ooh.
which is About Time.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
is
what an amazing one.
not only my favorite of the decade, but I think outside the Lord of the Rings films, that might be my favorite movie ever.
Yeah.
Well, joint with something clearly, but yeah, I everything about Time sits so well with me and my soul. I don't know, it makes me so happy. It gets me super emotional. I love Tim's relationship with his dad. I think Rachel McAdams is one of my favorite actresses, and I think her relationship with Tim in this movie is really great as well. British comedy works. It makes me love. The sci-fi elements I really adore as well. I think it's perfect. I really do think it's perfect. And it
really good.
opened my eyes more to the romance genre, which I was always a bit hesitant to watch as a sad and lonely man. But now I can watch About Time and be happy. And then joint first with Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, which came out in the 2010s. Now, sadly, Paul Blart did not come out then, I said after Lord of the Rings, About Time was my favorite. Paul Blart's better than Lord of the Rings, okay? Mall Cop 2 is the...
Sorry, Connor, you're shaking your head. You've said the Squeakquel.
No, I Chipwrecked. The Squeakquel's the second one. I said the third one.
Chipwrecked. You've said bloody Playmobil movie. Like, you can't talk right now.
But no, have you guys seen Paul Blart Mall Cop 2?
I haven't.
No.
I haven't even seen the first.
Neither have I.
I can't believe we're friends. It's actually brilliant. It actually is brilliant. There's this, I don't want to spoil it now, but there's a scene where all the mall cops come together in Vegas for a fight scene, and it's so
game.
So the first one's just Paul Blart, and then the second one there's a few more. He goes to Vegas.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a bigger mission, higher stakes, and just as brilliant. And I'd highly recommend
Paul Blart Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, and I'm so gutted there's not a third movie, and I want to do all I can to make it. I'll do it for free. I just want.
Well, once we get Kevin James on this podcast, then it's going to happen. So
come on, Kevin James.
We'll
yes, please.
him.
Yeah, it'll be made.
But well done, everybody. We got through our top 10s.
We did.
And we got through a podcast after a month where we might have been a bit rusty. Who knows?
We're back. We're so back.
We're back.
Yeah. We'll just take another month break, but we're back.
As far as release dates and schedules, we'll see if we're going to go back to Tuesdays or what's going to happen. But we just wanted to get something out there, I think, for now. So we hope you guys just
Kai will be in the next one. Kai will be back at some point.
Okay, we hope
we'll make sure of it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we will get Kai. Kai hasn't left completely. He will be back. It might not, even if it isn't the next one, at some point he will be back. Kai hasn't.
He'll make a famous return. You just you wait. Yeah. Like we'll
roll
have
like
a
a
red
proper
carpet
entrance.
For him. Yeah.
It'll be beautiful. And hopefully one day we'll all be together and we can film another in-person one. October most likely.
Can't wait. I can't wait.
But that's all from the Unoriginal Screenplay. I'll be honest, I don't know what episode we're on. But thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah.
Give us any feedback, what you want to see going forward from us. We might try and mix things up. Follow us on all social medias. Thank you for watching the Unoriginal Screenplay. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.